What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this conversation. These are some dark situations, but I just want to shed some light on it. And I want to know what you think about it, because when I saw this, a couple of days ago. I was just disgusted. So, a West Virginia couple has been charged with trafficking their adopted black children to be used as slaves. 2 West Virginia parents are awaiting trial on more than a dozen charges after adopting 4 black children and allegedly using them for forced labor on their farm. Court documents show. Jeannewhitefeather, 62, and donaldlantz, 63, who are both white, have been charged with human trafficking of children, civil rights violations, use of a minor child in forced labor, and child neglect, according to the 17-count indictment. Madison Tuck, assistant prosecuting attorney for Kanawha County, West Virginia, told CNN Wednesday that the trial is set to begin on September 9th. Tuck said the children are all safe, but declined to give further details about their location. Lantz and Whitefeather entered not guilty pleas during a June 11th arraignment. Mark Plants, an attorney representing Whitefeather, told CNN Thursday that his client absolutely emphatically denies the allegations. We're talking about 2 parents who adopted 5 black children, has cared for them for the last 8 years, and this is going to come out at trial, and we'll let the jury decide at the end of the day, but we absolutely emphatically deny the allegations. Sounds like Diddy to me. Anyway, Lance's attorney did not immediately return requests for comment. During the arraignment, the judge said, "I don't think I've ever seen an indictment like this in all of my time." The indictment alleges the children were targeted because of their race to be used as basically slaves. The 911 caller, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. This happened in 2023. Deputies responded to the call, raising concerns about the children. The 911 caller reported the children were made to do farm work and not allowed inside the house. A news release from the sheriff's office noted that deputies had to force entry into the barn, where they located a juvenile male and juvenile female locked inside an approximate 20 by 14 foot room. The children had no means to exit the barn on their own, no running water, no bathroom facilities, and were obviously deprived of adequate hygienic care and food. The female juvenile also stated she and her 14-year-old brother were not allowed inside the house. There were no accessible windows in the room or way for the children to exit. If there were a medical emergency or fire, the children would be unable to exit the locked room to safety. When Whitefeather and Lance arrived hours later, the deputy wrote, "Miss Whitefeather made the admission to Detective Alford that the children were left in the shed, but stated they like it." Wow. Both callers in May and June 2023 told dispatchers that children living there were sleeping in the barn and used a portable toilet outside. Both times, Whitefeather and Lance claimed to responding deputies that they had just moved to the site from Washington State and were using the portable toilet due to plumbing issues in their new home. Ms. Whitefeather told the deputies that people in the area don't like them and vehicles had been stopping on the roadway in front of their residence. The lieutenant wrote of the June 2023 encounter, "This call was cleared with no police action necessary." The pair are being held in this jail on a $500,000 cash-only bond. A grand jury returned an indictment against Whitefeather and Lance in May that alleged, among other things, that the couple did knowingly, feloniously, and willfully traffic a minor and did recruit, entice, and obtain the victim of the offense from a shelter and facility that serves runaway youths, children in foster care, the homeless, and victims of human trafficking, DV, and assault. It's disgusting. And the fact that they had been cleared on a multitude of occasions, it just shows to me that they were given favor, and possibly the deputies that were coming out were like them. So I want to know how many majority ethnicity parents who have adopted minority ethnicity children do stuff like this. I'm not saying that they all put them in barns and have them working on farms and treat them like slaves and were targeted just for those purposes. But, it kind of puts me in mind of some of the celebrity majority ethnicities who have adopted minority ethnicity children. Like, for example, Charlize Theron. She adopted 2 boys, and they're both, she's raising them transgender and dressing them like little girls. Little children. And I'm not comparing that to her treating the children like slaves, but what I'm saying is you would not see a minority ethnicity parent being able to adopt a majority ethnicity child and being able to do things like that. And you definitely would not have a minority ethnicity parent adopting majority ethnicity children and doing anything to them in any way, shape, or form. Probably can't even spank them if they did something that you're trying to correct in the moment, right? And those children would be taken away from them and then possibly locked up. So I believe every word of this. I wouldn't doubt that this isn't something that has gone on in other places, other states, other cities. West Virginia? Come on now. I'm disgusted, and I hope that they put these people under the jail, okay? I'm not going to go too much further into this because I'm getting heated, and I might say some things that I am not supposed to say. So feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section, guys. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, even though it's an ugly situation. And now I'm going to say bye.